Hello, warmly. What's going on down here? Yes, but what's happening? Did he just say schnapper? I don't know where it is. Not one of the best days. Hello. Welcome to the YouTube channel of Hibert Performance. Welcome to a new video. Today we are doing stage 1 on a Polo 1 liter turbo with 95. As standard. The goal is around 140 HP as standard. Yes? First, we'll quickly turn off the air conditioning so that we can reach the 95 HP. We are weighing the car now, 1,280 kilograms. 1,280 kilograms. That's really light. Let's measure the thing in its standard form. We've already read the data status. Already modified. And soon we'll go to and do the whole thing, test it, and take you along live for it. Dingy's car, right? You often see the Polo, the new one. Yes, I would also claim that. What surprised me? We have a special feature here. The car is from 08-2020. We still managed to get into the control unit. The new tuning protection from Bosch was not yet present. You ask yourself, what is that? Currently, we have an issue on the market with all vehicles equipped with Bosch control units that came onto the market after Euro 6, that is June 2020. They are currently still locked. You can handle certain control units, like for example BMW, but only if you send the control unit to Finland, to Femto. That usually costs a lot of money. There is an alternative for Benz and for some VAG models. Otherwise, the rest is still not accessible, but it worked here. Then this one probably just came off the production line earlier and was only registered later. That's why such things can always happen. So we measure in third gear and let's go. We're driving a Ferrari. Get up. But it's okay, it's not so bad. It's okay, but you really have to push it to get something out of it. 91 horsepower. 170 Newton meters. But now that's how it goes. But yes, 4 horsepower below. The manufacturer's specification is fine. Many always wonder why do we have less, but that's just how it is. What do we get out of it? 140. But I already said that. I mean diesel torque. Oh, I don't have that in mind. But in most cases, when we have 35 more horsepower, we achieve 70 Newton meters in most cases. Double, right? And it should really go like a pump nozzle, right? Just not at the bottom end. Okay, it plays along, but it's probably much more bent. Yes, we'll take a look at that in a moment. We're going to do 2 more reference measurements because not everything is measured, but only estimated. With this weather, it can't be done any other way. Yes, a bit damp, but we don't have 500 horsepower, so we don't have to worry about traction problems. Where do you need ACH? Oh, because of the windows fogging up. Okay. Otherwise, we don't have the problem with this car, that the windows constantly fog up. Yes? Okay, nice A6. S6 Plus, was it? I don't know. We can also measure without worrying about tailgating the car in front because we don't have the power. No. Sorry, A6 will be gone in a moment. Are you already signaling? We have to do a little bit there. But the UPS driver will also be focused. I was focused on my own thing. 161 Newton meters every time. Yes, that's fine. So a measurement with columns on the test bench, or an estimate measurement with such a test bench, goes as follows. You need to provide all the vehicle data. For example, which gear do you want to measure? What's the weight of the vehicle? And the tires, including up to the tire itself, so that it can measure or calculate the rolling circumference, and then based on these values, it knows what resistance it has overcome in what time, and can then calculate how much power you have. I must also say you have to. But this is the case with all test benches, even on my actual test bench. After you have completed the pull, you always pull a car. A pull from the lower RPM range to the limiter, and then go to neutral. With the actual test bench that I have, it's until it has almost completely revved out. And with this test bench, it's 10 seconds. For those who are interested, that's how this test bench works.
The buzzwords really get on your nerves, right?
Yes, it's a very stiff suspension, I would say.
Yes, but they handle well in the corners, polos.
Exactly. We've already read and finished the data set because we were waiting for the cameraman.
Huh?
Yes. We still need a name for the cameraman. What do you want us to call the cameraman? Oleg. Because if you want Oleg, write Oleg in the comments, just like that. Oleg.
3 days later.
Car flashed, done. We're going for a test drive now.
We need to hurry. 20% battery. Is it still running?
Yes. Yes.
We have another one, right?
What does another one mean? Pleasant to drive, but it doesn't quite drive itself, I think.
Want it to be better too?
Yes, you definitely notice it. It's just before adaptation. We won't measure 140.
I say it's 125. I'm always right.
Yes. We will measure 3 or 4 here. The first two, 1 to 2 measurements, maybe 3 measurements, will also be under performance, and then at some point we'll get closer to the whole thing, you know? It's often like that. The first measurement is usually crap.
Does it actually have the same engine as our Opel, the new Corsa?
I don't know, but no.
Everyone agrees on that, right?
Yes, of course, but before that, his engines don't go with Opel. It's a completely different company.
But I've heard that Renault is doing a bit of fancy stuff with Mercedes.
Yes, that's true. Renault and Mercedes, that's clear.
C-Class, that's all Renault.
Yes, that's no secret.
But the engines aren't bad because of that, are they?
They hold up.
They hold up. Somehow. Like the one at the PS days. I did. Sikaflex. Riveted. Spot welded.
Stuck together with Sikaflex because this is aluminum and that is steel. I glued the sheets together, riveted them, removed the rivets and filled them.
I don't remember.
2-component adhesive, right? Yes. With the Hot Wheels car.
Oh, yes.
He glued everything.
Yes. The poor guy, he lost.
But Porsche, right?
Yes, the Porsche.
Did the Porsche really win?
Yes.
Yeah, look.
That stupid air ride.
I also voted for the Porsche.
Really? Man shall not me. I definitely voted 5 times for the Hot Wheels for Kai.
I had to. The Porsche is just
for sympathy reasons.
Yes, of course. But for me, sorry, the Porsche just has more class. And there's nothing like that at Hot Wheels yet.
Yes, but
At Hot Wheels, everything always fell apart.
that was an air ride, nothing more. There was nothing else on it. In the other car, there was...
But it's classic. The other was Sikaflex.
Do you notice, Torque?
Yes.
It didn't turn into a Lamborghini, of course, but
I estimate 125, 230 Newton meters.
110.
110.
230 Newton meters, 590.
190.
Yes. We'll measure 2 or 3 more times now, and it will keep getting better.
It's also difficult with such a mixing bowl here.
Yes, of course. But you have to consider, we have 20% more power. That's why, for you, this factor is simply a different conversion.
Yes.
So we have 20% more power. That's just a lot.
When are we actually going to a theme park? With a camera?
Not at all.
Okay, too bad. I'd really like to see you on a roller coaster.
No problem.
With GoPros attached and then driven.
No problem.
Write in the comments if you're up for it. Valley and Taron?
What? What?
You and Taron.
What is that?
Taron has broken 4 world records.
What is that? Roller coaster at Phantasialand? So,
What kind of world records?
you're catapulted with magnetic coils from 0 to 130 in, I don't know, 1.5 seconds or so.
Okay.
4th gear?
Yes, that's better. That's just...
Can you actually measure it more precisely?
The RPM range is really low.
Yes, simply 140 pers fourth. On the outside is just significantly longer. Yes, I'm already saying 120 again, 10 pers more. Now we already have over 200 Newton meters. Now we're doing the 3rd measurement, 4th measurement shot. I want to have a measurement confirmed once. That means for me, we do 2 measurements in succession. And these 2 measurements in succession should be very similar in terms of performance. That means for me, it no longer adapts in an orbit. Maybe it still adapts in, but not as abruptly. Welcome to our healthy, welcome to our truck area, here are our trucks. For anyone who might be interested in this,
Does the Caterpillar also belong to you?
yes.
Gold?
For anyone who might still be interested, we also have a bit to do with the transport industry. I'm going to take another look at the data status, searching for maps that I might still be able to adjust upwards. But if I don't find any more, then we're actually done with the car because I don't force performance. If there are 10 horsepower or 5 horsepower less, then that's just how it is. I'm sorry, but your car should survive and not be on the racetrack.
This is just a very small warehouse here after all.
Yes, I'm not a person who absolutely wants to force performance at all costs, because then something might break, or not, but something could break, because, you know, these 10 horsepower that are missing could just be an adaptation and might come with the next 2 tankfuls. So, and now to forcefully add another 10 horsepower, and then the adaptation comes and suddenly it has 10 horsepower too much. Then we have a problem with the UPF, especially in the UPF model and here and there. That's why I would very likely leave it as it is now. I'll take another look at the map to see if I find anything. Maybe I forgot something. I'm only human after all. Then I'll adjust it, but I might already say that we should end the video now. Please don't forget, subscribe and write in the comments which synonym we should use for the cameraman. He suggested Oleg. If you like Oleg, then write Oleg in the comments.
Should I rather write if the viewers see you in Taran? On a really big, fast roller coaster?
They can do that too, as far as I'm concerned, but it's not necessary.
And then you shout, Oleg! Oleg, Tiger.
But I don't see myself there. I don't see myself like that. I would like to mention one more thing. If you want to add chip tuning to your services, then send us a message or an email or give us a call. Don't worry. You don't have to edit the maps yourself. We would take care of that part. You would just need to know how to read and write maps. That's the only requirement. It's very easy. And that way you could add chip tuning to your services. I wish you a nice day. Don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video.
Something's missing.
What's missing?